Hello everyone, welcome to our Timeless Oracle reading. Our Oracle card for today belongs to the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. And the title of the card for today is Spiritual Growth. It says here, you are currently experiencing a lesson required for your spiritual evolution. Spiritual growth is a vital part of our life's journey, but it is something that we welcome freely. We are given the gift of free will, whether we would like to undergo spiritual growth or not. So it depends on the willingness of the person to grow. Sometimes people wonder why they are not growing spiritually, when oftentimes the reason behind it is because they don't cooperate with the spirit. They want to remain where they are, and so they do not grow. Oftentimes, the universe gives us special moments wherein the door opens for spiritual growth. Spiritual growth does not come in one go. It comes in cycles. It follows the rhythm of the universe wherein things happen in cycles. It's like a spiral. There will be moment of spurts of spiritual growths, and there will be moment of certain pause. And then afterwards, there will be another moment of spiritual growth. It's the same also with the ascension of a person. There will be moments where there's rapid ascension, and then there will be moments where seems to be no activity, and then there will be moments again of rapid ascension. It depends on the stage where we are in, but we grow in stages spiritually also. And oftentimes the universe triggers certain moments, and it depends on us if we are willing to learn. That's why sometimes certain crises keeps on repeating, certain cycles, certain choices we make. It's because we haven't learned the lesson on that stage. So we keep repeating on that cycle. It's like when you are passing by a rapid river, there are areas in the rivers when you get caught, you feel like you are in a washing machine and you couldn't get out. Oftentimes, the reason behind it is sometimes the universe already takes us away from the situation by creating tower moments or crisis moments. And the universe gives us those crises in order to break the cycle that we are in. It's like the universe taking us out of the washing machine and bringing us into a safe place. But the problem is if we are not willing to cooperate with the workings of the universe, with the workings of the divine or the spirit, we would unconsciously bring ourselves back again into the same cycle. And so we are not freed from that cycle. It's important when the universe takes us away, especially when we have crisis moments or sometimes what they refer to as tower moments. We need to stop and listen. Allow ourselves some time in order to heal, to learn the important lessons we can learn from that stage, and to use that lesson in order to move forward. So it's very important if, for example, right now that you encounter this card, if you feel that your life seems to be as if nothing is happened or nothing has happened, as if there is no activity, maybe there is a need for you to listen within. Because oftentimes what happens is that there are a lot of activities in the 3D world, and it is the application of the lessons we've learned previously. Now afterwards, after that activity, there will be a moment of pause wherein we were given time by the universe to reflect on the activities we've just had so that we can learn new lessons from those activities. So what happens is there will be moments of great activities in the exterior world, and then there will be moments of pause. When we experience moments of pause as if nothing is happening, as if we are not making progress, maybe those are the moments where we need to spend more time alone and try to listen to the lesson that the universe would like to give us. Oftentimes, by intuition, you would know that there is a lesson that we need to learn. It can be through repeated numbers, through repeated encounters, repeated animals coming your way. It can be through synchronicities. It can be through specific persons or significant dreams. There are many ways that the universe will use in order to teach us new lessons in that will lead to deeper or higher spiritual growth. The important thing is we continually move forward, learn from the lesson, and continually move forward. So it can be also that you would notice after a certain period of time you become aware, why do I keep repeating this cycle? Why do I keep committing the same mistakes? Why do I keep choosing the wrong partner for me? And then I noticed that it seems that the wrong partner I choose are always the same, have usually similar traits. And then you start to realize that when it's like a wake up moment for us, and the important thing for us is to take a pause and to try to see, or maybe even ask the universe or the divine, what is the lesson I need to learn from here so that I can move on to another stage, so that I can leave behind those things that are not helpful to me and receive the new gifts that you are offering me. So it's important for us to take moments of pause in order to allow ourselves to undergo cycles of spiritual growth. As we grow deeper, the more we rely on the guidance coming from the universe, the more we become sensitive to the signs that we meet along the way. The deeper we are, the more developed our intuition becomes, the more significant the ordinary situations becomes to us also. The things that we before do not give attention to, we start to realize that they are actually messages coming from the divine, or actually opportunities for us to receive messages from the divine. As we deepen our spiritual journey, the more sensitive we are to these things, and the deeper our spiritual growth happens, and at the same time also our intuition becomes stronger. The more we are able to learn to listen to the messages that the universe gives us. The universe teaches us in ways that are quite normal, and they use the normal things in order to give us special lessons. And as we go deeper in our spiritual journey, we learn to listen more to these ordinary messages, but actually these ordinary messages hold in them great gems or important things. We learn to listen to the ordinary things and discover the gold or the gems that are hidden in these seemingly plain messages. Now let's try to read from the handbook that accompanies this card, and maybe we can gain more insights regarding spiritual growth. You may feel as if you are in the waiting room of life. If you feel like there is no movement or momentum, it is likely because you are experiencing a lesson that is required for your spiritual growth at this time. This is a soul lesson, something that you need to understand and learn before you end this cycle and begin a new one. The way to shed light on these lessons is to look for repeated patterns. Do you tend to have unhealthy relationships, or do you gravitate toward situations that require you to sacrifice too much of yourself? If so, take a very close look at these situations and ask yourself what it is that you need to learn so you can move forward. It could involve breaking free from old limiting beliefs such as fear of success, poverty consciousness, low self-worth, or normalized dysfunction. The spiritual growth card comes to encourage you to do the inner work necessary to learn your soul's lesson. Then you can apply these lessons to open new doors that you never thought were available to you. Go within and trust that you will soon see the beauty in this challenging situation. And once you learn this lesson, you will finally be free to choose a new song and dance. Intuitive life coaching questions. Do you have unhealthy patterns that keep repeating themselves? If so, what are they? Can you find the lessons? The lesson is in this situation without judging yourself. How might you change your behavior in small ways to make a bigger impact over time? So this is what we have from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle by Kelly T. Smith. I hope you were able to gain new insights regarding spiritual growth. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again soon. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.